Hello, beautiful souls. How are we all on this beautiful day? So today, in reflection of just a few posts that I've seen lately and about not being able to please everybody, right? We're not supposed to be everybody's cup of tea. You know, those that are aligned with us will support us through thick and thin. They will understand us in our truest essence, and there's going to always be those that don't, right? There's always going to be those that you just don't align with, or that you stir up their demons, right? Bringing out their ability to try and ruffle your feathers or project and judge, belittle, you know, doing really horrible things to you, or making comments, right? And in reflection of this, you know, I've been through some pretty tough times in relation to that stuff in my past, you know, going through a lot of emotional abuse for years. And I have so much gratitude around this space because it really allowed me to dive deep within myself, right? Because those that project and don't understand have not actually allowed themselves to find that part of their essence, right? They haven't learned that compassion for themselves, haven't learned to be able to own their own mistakes. They will mask them, they will hide from them, they will sit in the place of victimhood. And this comes back to me really learning to, one, own these things, that we're human and we experience all sorts of emotions, and not wearing that mask and having those people that support that space, right? That allow you to be every part of you, you know, like I'm generally in a high vibration, but there's sometimes I sit there and I'm like, oh, I don't get that person, because I don't. That doesn't resonate within my cellular space. It's not aligned to me. So I just don't get them. I have learned that people's reactions and judgment and ability to do those things is really a reflection of them, not me, and has allowed me to grow in beautiful ways, allowed me to peel off my masks, to speak my truth with love, and understand that not everybody that we speak to will understand you. We, through our own natural filters, only absorb so much of any conversation or anything in our day. And through those filters, through our beliefs and trauma and all the stuff that's happened in our lives, we only allow that certain parts of that to come in, right? So through peeling back those beliefs and those traumas has allowed me to be more open and understanding that sometimes people react and do things, right? And for us to forgive, sometimes it's understanding that we don't understand everything they've been through. We don't understand their full story. We don't understand the trauma or how they're seeing things in their lives, right? And it's usually with that lack of understanding that we don't know the full story that we can't hold compassion to that person, right? And so when I used to do big pieces around forgiveness, it was really stepping into that space of being able to understand that there is more to that person, that wounded person, or even not holding judgment, detaching that story that they did wrong and I'm the only one that's right. Because in the truth of things, we all have our own views. We all have these own different filters that we absorb things through. And so over time, I learnt that I didn't need to please everyone. I didn't need to justify myself. I just needed to be myself. I just needed to speak my truth, share my space from the heart, and not justify things, not feel like I needed to please them, because for so long I did hide part of myself by wanting to please everyone. And how do you do that, really? How could we ever please everyone? We can't. And the only person that we're really not pleasing is ourselves, because we don't stay aligned and true to ourselves, right? So, you know, through people that project at us, understanding that in the universal space of being on earth, though not in the universe all is one, but on earth we do have a polarity in things. So those that create hate allow space for those that truly love, And we need to be in the middle, right, of acceptance of both sides, and know that when we're triggering somebody, we're allowing their demons to come to the surface. If we're being triggered, we're allowing our demons to come to the surface, or our self-love to come to the surface, or our boundaries to be able to be surfaced. There's always something, and it's always going internal, not external, and projecting out. That there's a lot to gain through these processes. And again, don't let someone's judgment bring you down. If you know who you are and you're sitting in pure integrity and owning every part of yourself, that's the beautiful part, and you know, the parts that are not so beautiful, owning your mistakes, that's all that matters. Because the more integrity you hold for yourself and compassion for yourself and compassion for all with lack of judgment, the more that life will line up for you, and the better you will feel that you don't need to justify that you're sitting in a place of beautifulness. So yeah, I was just sitting in that space of, you know, having somebody who's been there for a long time that used to belittle and abuse and try and degrade me and take me off my vibe allowed me to gain my most strength, because it allowed me to find me, allowed me to find my inner wounding and beliefs. It allowed me to gain my boundaries, allowed me to be in my truth and my compassion. And you know, yes, yeah, definitely. So yeah, it was just a sort of a reflection today. It was playing in my energy, and I was like, right, like, because I don't allow that person to do that to me anymore. I don't let them have that. And if they do get that occasionally because they've triggered, say, a deep, you know, fight and flight response or something like that, I process that and own that and understand why that's come about. And you know, that allows me to let go with compassion for myself, even if they don't hear it. Some people, you know, it doesn't matter how much you apologize to or explain your story to, they won't listen, they won't get you, you know, and that's not your place to try and convince somebody of that. Those that will listen will have their ears open, and those that are not will always have their ears closed, you know. And so that's the truth behind it. So I know there's lots of parts in this. I didn't know where this would flow to. I just knew it needed to be mentioned today so that we can all understand we're not everyone's cup of tea. And as you're right, those that are supposed to be your, you know, you are their cup of tea and aligned to them, will stand with you and let you be every part of you, in your not so perfect moments, in your shadows, in your bright light and your shining star moments, you know. And they will know where your heart sits and appreciate everything you do for them. So stand strong, especially if people are trying to pull you down and project and judge or belittle or abuse. Stay in your integrity and stay strong to your truth and your boundaries, and just go internal and process your emotions and release and be true to you. It's really the truth behind it. Be true to you. You know, and that's the most beautiful place you can be. So, all right, lovelies, love and light from Kelly. Have a good day.